Welcome to the Coach Teddy Keaton Show here on HBCU Game Day. I'm Sylvester Williams. They call me Sly the Sports Guy, and I am joined by the one and only Coach Teddy Keaton.
What's up?
And if you go back in time, a wise man, a very wise man, not to mention good-looking man, very good-looking man said, Clark Atlanta University Panthers will be in the championship game this year. I don't know who's that wise, good-looking, smart, smell good man, but he said it. Like that when Bootsy first got out of prison, like his daughter said, I told y'all. I'll take credit. I'll pat myself on the back. You know, I pat myself on the back for that, Coach.
You said it. I can't deny you said it. I mean, it was rat poison. That's what that was. Rat poison.
Rat poison.
Jesus.
Rat poison. But lo and behold, at 7-2-1,
That's right.
somebody made it to the conference championship. From 0-10 to the conference championship. Big round of applause for the Clark Atlanta University Panthers. Clark Atlanta University Panthers. Round of applause to you, Coach. Round of applause.
Thank you.
We'll get them to insert the applause later on in the end of the thing, Coach. We'll get them inserted later. We're working with a big budget around here, Coach. Well, you know how we do, Coach. We're going to break down this game. We're going to break down the game. You took on the heated rivals across the street, took on those bougie guys from across the street, Coach, and you walked out of there with a win. It was a tough one, but you walked out with a win, Coach. So we're going to break it down. We'll start it off. Clark Atlanta wins the toss, and as always, they're going to defer, and Morehouse will receive, and the defense stepped up big. Had a 3-and-out, but Morehouse said, we're going to go for it on fourth down. Doesn't matter. Defense held them on fourth down. Now it's Clark Atlanta ball. First play from scrimmage, David Wright throws the interception, Coach. Oh, my goodness. Oh, that one hurt. That one hurt. First play from scrimmage. Defense says we're going to try to protect them anyway. Morehouse will get the ball. They'll drive. They'll pick up a first down, but this time they couldn't make it any further. They decided to punt. They punt, and the punt was blocked. The punt was blocked, and C. Mason picked it up, took it 43 yards to the house for a touchdown. Who in the world is C. Mason, Coach?
Cameron Mason.
Freshman.
Outside linebacker.
Youngster.
Sandy Creek High School.
Sandy Creek High School, home of Megatron.
That's right.
There you go. Good football down there in Sandy Creek. Good football down there. Youngster picks it up, takes it 43 yards to the house. Clark Atlanta on top, 7-0 on top of the Maroon Tigers. They call this the Big Cat Battle, I think. That's what they call it?
The Big Cat Battle.
The Big Cat Battle. Panthers versus the Maroon Tigers. Here we go. Morehouse, they'll get it back. Another drive for Morehouse. This time it'll end in a punt. Jamal Jones, he'll return it 4 yards to the Clark Atlanta 30. Now Clark Atlanta, they'll have it. The drive will start with 7 minutes, 43 seconds left on the clock. Allen Riggins will get things going with a rush, 3 yards rush. Then David Wright, he'll throw a short pass to Jamal Jones, and then they'll keep moving. They'll give it to Riggins, and you give it to Riggins about 3 times in a row. And Allen Riggins earning his pay. He's earning his spot today. He'll pick up a first down. David Wright the third, he'll throw another short pass to Amon Harris. And then you guys stay in the no huddle. You'll keep throwing it around. You'll send it to Jamal Jones. You'll give another short pass to David Martin. And then Riggins, he'll start rushing again. And then, here we go, David Wright, 1st and 10 on the Morehouse 12-yard line. David Wright, he'll complete a short pass to Amon Harris, and he will take it 12 yards to the house. Touchdown. Clark Atlanta, 14-0, Coach. One of these drives that we like, man. 12 plays, 70 yards, 7 minutes, 48 seconds, Coach. Showing you, you're known for a quick strike offense, Coach, but now you're mixing it up a little bit. Throwing in some of that run. I know you don't like to hear it, Coach, but you throwing in some of that run, Coach.
Well, here's the thing about I say this again. Our quick passing game is like our run. Those are toss plays to me. That's what it is. And we were down some running backs. We never expected for Pender to have to come in and play as a true freshman, but he did, and he's carried his load. We lost Jeremiah Gibbs in camp. We got Jeremiah Gibbs back against Central State. He goes in a drive, scores a touchdown. His shoulder pops out again, so we listen to him. Allen Riggins just wasn't there yet to be able to, do what we needed him to do. He's a freshman running back from Allen. He came in now, and he's carrying the load for us. Now we got two backs that are really carrying the load with Pender and Riggins, and we can double-team people with them, and both of them around the 220-pound guys, and it's kind of taking a little pressure off the the offense.
There you go. There you go. All right. Now, Morehouse will have it one more time. Three plays, 3 and out, and then they'll punt it away. Jamal Jones has a 23-yard punt return to the Clark Atlanta 38. Jamal Jones, one of the leaders in the nation in punt returns and kickoff returns. Now, Clark Atlanta will have it. Clark Atlanta, they'll try to move it around. They'll pick up a first down, pick up another first down. Then they'll get 3rd and 10, completed a short pass, but it wasn't enough. That'll bring up 4th and 7, had a delay of game. Now you got to punt it away. Cabrera, he'll punt it away. Morehouse will have it one more time. This time the defense forces another 3 and out. Spectacular day by the defense so far, Coach.
I don't know if you've been paying attention now. We can go all the way back since the Miles game, and they've been doing a pretty good job of getting it 3 and out. I think they done found their niche a little bit. And you'd be surprised. We was playing with our 3rd-string linebackers. We out of on our 3rd set of linebackers, 2 true freshmen in there at the game. They were both, and they did an outstanding job of being able to stop the run, do things that we know we need to do better.
There you go, man. Defense stepping up big. Coach L.C. Cole and the staff over there stepping up big on the defensive side. Now, Clark will have it. It's 7 minutes, 17 seconds to go. Clark Atlanta, they'll have it 1st and 10. They'll hand it off to Riggins. Riggins will rush for 6 yards. Then you'll hand it off to Riggins one more time. He'll rush for 7 yards. And now it's 1st and 10 on the Morehouse 37. David Wright, he'll step back. He'll throw a 37-yard touchdown pass to Ronnie West. Now Morehouse is on top, 21-0. 21-0. Morehouse taking it to Spellman. Oh, not Spellman, I'm sorry. Did I say Spellman?
Yeah, you did.
Taking it to Clark Atlanta, taking it to Morehouse. I did not say Spellman. I am so sorry. I am so sorry. That's slip of the tongue. All right. Now, Clark Atlanta, Morehouse will have it one more time. Morehouse, they'll go downfield. They'll get in field goal range this time, and they'll kick a 30-yard field goal. That'll make the score 21-3. 21-3. Clark on top of Morehouse. Not Spellman, Morehouse. Now, 1st and 10, David Wright will drop back, and he'll throw an interception, Coach. That's interception number 2 on the day for David. Getting kind of dicey right there, David. David putting in a bad place. Did he put it in a bad place, or was it a funny route?
Again, I tell people all the time, it's not necessarily always on the quarterback. If you run the type of offense we run, which is kind of like an air raid style offense, a lot of people don't really understand it, but there's a lot of things that go into that. The receivers have to be precise, and they have to be on one accord. What happened is I think the receiver was supposed to run one route, and he ended up taking an easier route out of it, and David let it go because he got to throw to an area, and the receiver wasn't there, and the guy stepped in front of it and got it.
Well, here you have it. Morehouse will have it right before the half. It's 1 minute, 23 seconds left. The defense steps up big, forces a punt, and now that they punted it away, Clark Atlanta will get in, and they'll kneel down going into the half. Halftime. Score 21-3 at the half. All right, we're ready to start the second half. Clark Atlanta will get it. Ronnie West, he'll start off with a 19-yard return. It'll get to the Clark Atlanta 38-yard line. Now Riggins, he'll start it off with a 2-yard rush. David Wright, he'll complete a short pass to Amani Harris. And then Riggins, he'll rush again, but this time he stopped for no gain. And then he'll pick up the first down. He'll pick up the first down with a 1-yard run. And then on 1st and 10, David Wright throws interception number 3, Coach. Oh, he was having such a great season, Coach. And he puts up 3. This is his 3rd interception, Coach.
Well, like I said, it ain't always his fault. Sometimes the receivers don't, they do a lot of coverages at. And they had almost at one time a dime personnel in. And I think that sometimes the receivers got kind of confused on some of the areas they were supposed to go to or attack because it looked like 3, but it might have been 0, might have been cover 1. It was just some different things that was thrown at us that, now on film we had to go back, look at. We got to practice, teach the receivers. It's really about the receivers and the quarterback being on the same page. And a lot of times people don't understand that. If you watch any air raid offense in the country, it suffers some interceptions sometimes, especially in the learning curves of it. And the receivers that, you got 2 that played with him a while, and then you got 2 or 3 others that never played in the system, and they're learning their way through. Mm-hmm. And I think David gets in trouble a lot, but he's the quarterback, so he's got to take that blame.
Yes. Heavy is the head that lies the crown. I learned
right.
that when I was in college, Coach.
That's right.
I learned that. There you go. All right, here we go. Now Morehouse will have it, but the Clark defense steps up big one more time. They'll force another 3 and out. Clark defense playing a great game so far, not allowing a touchdown at all so far. Gave up a field goal. Now, Clark will have it. They'll drive a start with 13 minutes, 33 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. They'll have it 1st and 10 at the Morehouse 45. Riggins, he'll rush for 2 yards up the middle. He'll go to the right side for 10 yards. Now, David Wright, he'll complete another pass to Amon Harris. And then Alan Riggins will hit it one more time on the ground. Then David Wright will line up in the shotgun, and he'll throw another interception. That's interception number 4. This is why coaches have bald heads and gray hairs, Coach Ratty. Oh, interception number 4. Oh, it's a bad day for the quarterback. But like T.O. said, that's my quarterback.
That's my quarterback.
That's my quarterback.
And I'm going to stand with him.
We're going to stand with him. Here we go. Now, Morehouse will have it. This time, Morehouse will have it. And the defense will hold big one more time. Defense, they'll force a punt. And this time on 4th and 11, Spruill, he'll punt a 51-yard punt. But Jamal Jones, that guy, mama, there goes that man. Jamal Jones, he will take it 54 yards to the house. Jamal Jones with another punt touchdown return. That'll make the score 28-3, thanks to Jamal Jones taking it to the house. What can we say about Jamal Jones and him being a returner, what he does on the return side, Coach?
I mean, Jamal is a utility player. He was a running back that we turned into a wide receiver / skill specialist. I think that, the good thing about coming to play for me or be on my team, I'm going to find a way when you find a guy that's a tremendous athlete, how can you utilize him? What can you do? Last year we had a running back named Bo Harrington that plays at Allen University. So when we had 4 and we saw all his special qualities that he had, so we moved him to the slot his freshman year. So when he got there, he kind of started picking up, learning how to run the plays, get him. That's why I said we could do extensions of run plays by putting him there. And then you take him and add this element of the return game and punt return and kickoff return. Everybody's going to look for 4 to see where he's at. They don't know it's 2 more back there that can do just as good as he can, but 4 is probably the most dangerous player. We've created a monster with him. They kind of describe him as Percy Harvin.
Percy Harvin, that's a good one. That's a good one. University of Florida, Percy Harvin. All right, here we go. Jamal takes that touchdown back to the house. It'll be Morehouse ball. Now Morehouse will have it, and one more time the defense forces another 3 and out. Another 3 and out forced by the defense. Now Clark will take over, 1st and 10 on the 16-yard line. They'll start to drive down the field, complete pass to Jamal Jones and Alan Riggins. Riggins, he'll rush for 7 yards up the middle, another 4 yards up the middle, then 1 yard, then 1 yard, another 1 yard rush. Alan Riggins just pounding away. Alan Riggins making things happen. Now, They'll hand it off to Pender. Now, Pender will kind of fumble it, but Clark will recover it. Sharif, he'll land on top of it. Now it's 4th and 5. Cabrera's forced to punt. Cabrera drops back to punt, and it is blocked. It is blocked, and Jay May will pick it up and return it 40 yards for a touchdown. Coach, man, special teams, man, we giving up too many points on blocked punts, Coach.
I mean, as the season goes along, it's in everybody's foot. You lost linebackers. You lost players that play special teams. Now, some of those guys are getting back healthy. You have to sit them out. So you have to plug and play players. You got nicks and bobos and people hurt. Mm-hmm. And when that comes along, you got to set people. Now you're playing guys that you normally wouldn't play on those special teams. And now those guys are trying to, they've been talking about can they play? And, the first place you get introduced to in college football is that you got to play on special teams, so you'll learn how to play the game. And I think some of them, are learning that it's a lot more difficult than it looks when you're watching from the sideline.
I tell you, man, we're about to have open tryouts now.
No, we're not having
campus?
We're not having no open tryouts.
Okay.
I think they going. I told you we don't take losses, we take lessons.
Nah.
A lot of that stuff when it's on tape, a kid gets to watch himself, it humbles his ego real quick about who he think he is or who his parent may think he is. And just because he was an All-American in high school doesn't necessarily mean that's going to translate over to the field. So I think that's the part that's missing in football now. Kids don't want to develop. They just want to play. So if they learn to play, we was talking about Cameron Mason. Cameron Mason was a standout football player at Sandy Creek. Sandy Creek over in
Tyrone,
Georgia. And he was a baller, but at the same time, he still has to catch up with his athletic ability and the different things and the speed of the game. So he does a really good job on special teams, but he's also made a lot of mistakes on special teams. So that one time he gets a good block, he gets to pick one up and score. That's that stuff to start building his confidence that when he get out there on Saturday, he earns his play. And there's about 7 or 8 more of those guys that are true freshmen that are out there on those special teams that are taking some lumps right now, and it's costing us sometimes. We're in the championship game, but, those guys have had to play those positions due to injuries and different things that's going on. So, at linebacker, we were on our 3rd set of linebackers. We're talking about all true freshmen. So we had a sophomore, true freshman, sophomore at the edges at all 3 linebacker positions. And this week, we possibly will have our starting crew. We lost a lot of kids against Bethune-Cookman, but we've been able to manage some games and do some things, and we still got to the championship game.
Mm-hmm. That's real interesting, Coach. I think one thing you said that kind of stuck out, you said a lot, but one thing you said that stuck out with me was the fact that a lot of freshmen, they can get that chance on special teams. And I think that's something that a lot of you young kids out there watching, you're wondering how you fit in. You talk about how when you come from your high school, you're a star. Everybody in high school was a star on your college team. On your college team, everybody could play. But you have to find your space that you can stick out, and special teams is one of those places that you can actually earn playing time.
And I think that the kids have to learn that. And I think with this new makeup of college football, even you hear parents, coaches, and everybody saying, well, let's take our kid. You can go to school at Clark Atlanta. You get over there and get some playing time. We can hop into the portal. But they missed the fact that just because he was a superstar at his high school and then he gets to college, no matter what the level is, he's going to get there and it's going to be some growing pain. He's not bigger. He's not faster. He's not stronger than those guys who've been in a college program or college weight room program or off season, going to help them develop. But we hope to have to give them some of that playing time so they can see what it feels like to go down and cover, run, kick, or get hit by somebody. Now they're learning to play the game. I just think that we need to slow down sometime at telling our kids how good they're going to be just because they were great in high school.
You are right, Coach. You are right. Well, now it's Morehouse ball after that punt block for, it's Clark ball after that punt block for a touchdown, and Clark will go 3 and out. They'll punt it away to Morehouse. Now Morehouse, they'll have the drive. It'll start at the 2:23 mark, and after a couple of penalties, a big rush, then a penalty or 2. Then you have a interception by DeLeo Wilkins. DeLeo Wilkins, welcome back to the scene. DeLeo, been a while since he got a pick, but he got one this time.
Let me tell you how big that pick was.
How big was it, Coach?
That pick was really big because they was in position to give up a touchdown. And DeLeo saved the day right there. And, the momentum, when you get a block punt, they say it's an 80% chance that you can win that ball game. We had a block punt. They had a block punt. So the momentum in the building was shifting more towards Morehouse. They fans that got involved, they had started waking up, and the kids were playing with a lot more energy. And when DeLille came right around and he jumped in front of that thing and he took it, that right there took the life out of him.
There it is, big time pick. Now, Coach, I'm gonna get mad at you for a second, Coach. I'm gonna get mad at you. You my man, 100 grand, Coach. But every broadcast I say this, Coach, and you did not do this. Anytime it's an interception, Coach, I want to see play action and the two outside receivers running nines down the sideline, Coach. Any interception. You know what you did the next play, Coach?
What?
Handed it off to Riggins for a 1-yard rush up the middle.
Well,
Coach.
let me tell you why I did that. We was on interception number 4. So what did we want to do? Give him the ball right back?
I don't care, Coach. I want to see play action down the field, Coach. I need to see it. I'm a true believer when you got a man down, go ahead and kick him, Coach.
Kick him. I'll say this like I tell my coaches, when you get you a team, you can do what you want to do. But I know I had saw the quarterback throw 4 interceptions, and I told him, just put it on the ground and let's get out of here with our lives. We need to win this game right now.
Oh, Lordy. All right, here we go. Clark will have it. This time they'll drive down they'll have it in Jones. Jones will rush a 12-yard run. You put Jones in the backfield, let him pick up 12 yards. Now Riggins, he'll run for another 13 yards. David Wright, he'll complete a short pass to Kay Wilson, caught at the Morehouse 49. Then Riggins, he'll rush for 3 yards again. Now Wright will drop back, and this time he's intercepted by Grant. And Grant makes a house call, 65 yards to the house. Touchdown, Morehouse scored 28-17. 28-17. Clark still on top, Coach. Now, Clark will have it. It's 12 minutes, 12 seconds to go in the fourth. Clark will have it. Riggins will rush for 7 yards. Then he'll rush again for 4 yards, but he's hit. Ball pops loose. Morehouse ball.
Well, when it rains, it pours. I told you, old Mo had shift in the building.
Another turnover. Now, Morehouse, next drive, they'll get it. They'll try to drive. They'll try to run. They'll pick up 1 first down. They pick up 1 first down. They get it down to 1st and goal, 2nd and goal. Well, 1st and goal, he's sacked by Foster. Foster will have a sack. 2nd and goal, it's an incomplete pass. 3rd and goal, intercepted by Mama. There goes that man. One more time, DeLille Wilkins with his 2nd interception of the game. DeLille intercepts it in the end zone for a touchback. Big time play for DeLille. You know, DeLille started off the season real hot with those interceptions. Kind of cooled down a little bit. They hadn't had too many picks, but he picked up two big picks.
They stopped throwing at him. I told you, those 2 interceptions, he switched the momentum in the ball game both times. That one right there kind of slowed it down, but we turned around and handed it back off. Now they in scoring range again, and the defense once again step up with DeLille. They tried to pick on him, and he went and got it.
There it is. Now this time, Clark will have it 1st and 10 on the 20-yard line. We'll run a couple of plays. You'll hand it off to Riggins. Riggins getting the most carries right now. Riggins carrying the load, toting the load. Now Pender, he'll pick up another rush for 3 yards. Offsides penalty helps you out a little bit. Pender will run again. Pender runs one more time. Then David Wright, he'll throw to Armani Harris. Now Pender one more time. Pender again. Now David Wright, he'll complete a short pass to Roach. Hadn't heard Roach's name called too often this year, but he catches a pass for you. Now Pender will run again. 2nd and 7, he'll pick up 5 yards. 3rd and 2, he'll get tackled for a 1-yard loss. Now on 4th and 3, you needed 3 yards, and Riggins rushed, and he only got 2. So it's a turnover on downs. Morehouse, they'll take it, but your defense stands up strong one more time, Coach. That defense is standing up strong. Morehouse will have it for 8 plays, but they managed to turn it over on downs at the Clark 37. Clark, they'll have the ball. This time started with 22 seconds to go. And here you have it, Coach. It's the best formation in football, or it is the worst formation in football. All depends on whose sideline you're standing on. Victory formation, Coach, and as my notes say, that's the end of the ball game. Score 28-17.
Yes, I was lucky to get out of there. Old Mo had starts creeping in. Things were doing well. I'll say this here. It was my first time ever playing in the rivalry. Mm-hmm. It's a true rival, and I saw it. I mean, with my own eyes, I lived it. I felt the energy in the building. I thought both teams, it's the hardest thing to teach kids nowadays that regardless of the records, you throw that out. You try to learn that in high school when you got your rival game in high school. But when you go over and you're talking about a team that's used to losing, and changing the culture and the mindset of kids is not always easy. So they're a little intimidated by Morehouse. Morehouse comes out with a lot of energy, a lot of play. They ain't played that hard all year long on film. And their coach had alluded to when we were on First Take, he talked about how his team had the best week of practice that they ever had. He said, maybe we just need to play Clark every week and we can get a good game out of them. So, I mean, those guys really came. We saw players that, fake punts came out, everything. It looked like a video. It was like, I don't water boy say, well, we ain't got nothing else to lose, just let it go. I mean, that's what they were doing. And they was just letting it go, and they was trying to catch us off guard and throw us off balance a little bit, and they did a lot of things that we haven't even seen on tape.
Well, Coach, it ain't over with yet, Coach. It ain't over with yet. We still, your game might be over, but we still got something else to worry about. Wait a minute. Let me sneak out of here for a second. I'll be right back, Coach. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm an Albany State fan now, Coach. I'm Albany State. I'm all Golden Ram, Coach. I got on my gold. I'm all Golden Ram, Coach. That's all we care about right now.
That's all we care about.
That's all we care about. We care about them Golden Rams. Down in Albany or Albany, however you want to say it, I am now officially an Albany State fan, Coach. So we turn this game on, Coach. It's a close one. It's a close one, Coach. We turn this thing on. I'm at the fourth quarter now. We're at the fourth quarter, and a lot is going on here. Fort Valley scored 15-10 in the fourth quarter, and we're trying to figure out what's going to happen. Now, Fort Valley, we're going to jump all the way. 3 minutes, 44 seconds left. Fort Valley will have the ball. They'll start shotgun. They'll hand it off to Brandon Marshall. He gets 2 yards. Kelvin Durham, incomplete. Kelvin Durham, he'll complete a short pass to Marshall for 43 yards. He takes it 43 yards. And here's the thing. It was 3rd and 12, Coach. 3rd and 12. And I say all the time, Brandon Marshall's a grown man. He's a grown man out there. He threw a 6-yard pass. He broke a tackle, made 2 people miss, stiff-armed somebody else, and took off 43 yards and got it down to the 26-yard line. Now, they'll have it. The Albany State defense holds. They hold at the 17-yard line, forces a turnover on downs. Now, Albany State, they'll have it 54 seconds left. Plenty of timeouts left. They can stop this clock. Fort Valley can stop this clock, and they can get a chance to win the game, Coach. So Albany will have it. They'll rush it 1 yard. Then Fort Valley call a timeout. They'll rush it one more time, 0 yards. Fort Valley calls a timeout. They'll rush one more time for 4 yards. Fort Valley will call another timeout. Now, Albany has to punt, Coach. They have to punt. They punt it away, 1st and 10. Ball at the Fort Valley 42-yard line, 13 seconds to go, Coach. Durham, he'll complete a short pass to Brandon Marshall for 15 yards, and Marshall will get out of bounds. 1st and 10, ball at the 43-yard line. They have one more chance. They'll get it to Marshall for a 3-yard gain, and that's it, Coach. That's all she wrote. End of the game. Clark Atlanta going to the championship, Coach. Clark Atlanta in the championship, Coach. From 0-10, Coach, to the championship game, Coach. 0-10 to the championship game. Clark Atlanta I wanted to say back in the championship, but Clark Atlanta ain't been in the championship, Coach.
Not as Clark Atlanta.
Not as Clark Atlanta. Not as Clark Atlanta.
This is the first time in Clark Atlanta University history of playing for a championship. Now, they did share a 5-way split in 1991 for a share of the championship long before that time, but this is the only time in modern history. The last time Clark won an outright championship was 1978.
Coach, nobody on your team was even thought of in 1991. Coach.
There's no doubt. I mean, I don't have a kid on the team that even could remember a 1991 championship.
Nobody, Coach. But now you guys are back in the championship. Well, you are in the championship, and you're taking on Miles College. Now, Coach, if I ain't anything, I'm honest, Coach. I'm honest. Miles came down here and took you behind the woodshed, Coach. They took you behind the woodshed on homecoming. We owe Miles some get back, Coach.
Well, I know in college football it's very difficult to beat a team twice. Miles College has a championship pedigree. They know how to play in those games. This is Clark's first time ever being in these games. I'm excited about the opportunity. I'm excited how my kids kept fighting and doing the things that they needed to do in order to give themselves a chance to be successful. We needed some help along the way, as we just alluded to. Albany State had to win, but we needed help prior to that because we lost to that game at Miles. So we needed Savannah State to beat Albany State, which took place. Then we had to turn around and wait till Albany State beat Fort Valley to get us in. But if Fort Valley would have won, they would have went to the championship. But the guys lined up, and maybe I'm living right now. The God's lined it up, and I think it's destined that it couldn't have been two better teams to play for each other to give you primetime football than Clark Atlanta with a great defense that Sam Shade is putting on. So it'll be the battle of the offenses versus the defenses.
I tell you what, it should be a good one, Coach. I got to go to Tuskegee and call the Tuskegee and Miles game this weekend. And it's my first time going to Tuskegee's homecoming. And yeah, that was a great experience.
I'm glad to see you made it out. My heart goes out to the families and the victims of the Tuskegee. What happened this weekend. It's a tragedy. We should be able to come somewhere, enjoy it. It's about the institution. It's about enjoying the alumni. If you're not there to do the right thing, you shouldn't come.
Exactly, man. And it was a great weekend there. Like I say, that was my first time ever there, and to see that many people in that stadium. I didn't believe they were gonna put that many in there, Coach, but they put that many in there, and it was a great experience. But to get to see that Miles team up close in person, man, Coach, this is whew. I got to see Miles a lot this year. They tough, Coach.
We tough too.
Coach Sam Shade working with son down there, Coach.
And so is Coach Teddy Keaton working with son.
Hey.
I think the pressure's more on Miles.
It is.
The pressure's on Miles. I mean, our opportunity is here. It aligned for us to be there. All we got to do is, don't make too much of the moment. Go to work and play a game, and you can't make them type of mistakes against a good ball club, a championship title of ball club. This is our opportunity on a national stage, on live TV, to show the world that we're here. I told my kids this. This is something I'll talk about at practice today. We want to play one play at a time. We've been talking about it all, one play at a time. If something bad happens, play the next play. Just do the right things and don't let me come out. And when I say don't let me come out, you're trying to be a hero. A lot of kids in our house, I think, especially in African-American households, it's very hard because it's hard to be number 2 in the household. They don't want you to be number 2. You're either number 1. I think it's the Ricky Bobby theory. Either you first or you last. So,
first or you last.
And I think that the competition has allowed our kids, and you got parents that put a lot of pressure on those kids about being the starter, about being this guy. A lot of our kids don't know how to play roles. They don't know how to go out and just do their job. So we're untraining some things that were trained in kids for a long time. And I think our kids have bought into that philosophy for the most part. We're in the championship game, so it's obviously they buying into what we're selling.
All right, Coach. Well, here it is. Championship game this Saturday. Championship game this Saturday is going to be in Fairfield, Alabama. I do not like that. I do not like the championship game being played on your home field, but you got to do what you got to do. You got to do what you got to do. So, all my Clark Atlanta Panther alumni, fans, parents, supporters, even if you just live in Fairfield and you don't want to root for the home team, come on down to Fairfield, Alabama. It is an early kickoff. It's 12 Eastern, 11 Central.
Correct.
Go down. Be sure to go to the Clark Atlanta page to get your ticket, to buy your ticket.
No, you go to Miles College page.
Go to Miles. Okay.
And I got an interesting fact for you.
Go ahead.
Our basketball team, who won the SIAC title last year, this past basketball season, they played Miles in the regular season and lost to Miles. Got the repeat against Miles to win the SIAC title.
They did.
Now, what is fate to say that Clark Atlanta football team now played Miles in the regular season and lost to Miles? Now, it's the same scenario with the Clark Atlanta Panthers and the Miles College Bears in football. Are we saying that maybe Clark Atlanta and Miles are building a dynasty that nobody's talking about?
Could be. And while we're there, congratulations to the Lady Panthers for defeating Tampa. I think they defeated.
Huge win for the conference, for everybody that was involved. Anybody know anything about the University of Tampa and their athletics program? They put a lot of money into it. They a powerhouse team. And to go down to Tampa and beat them, not by 1 point, not a buzzer beater, put a pretty convincing win on that. Shout out to Coach Bailey, Coach Fulton, and Coach Jones, the guys that are putting that together, and they're doing a great job. And I got to give Coach Jordan a shout out. He went down to Valdosta, I believe, and we won. And I think it was West Florida, was it?
West Florida.
West Florida. We beat West Florida. I think Clark Athletics, Dr. Jarrell Drew, has assembled a group of guys that are winning. And I see athletics around our campus is picking up. Track is doing well. The softball coach got the bats clinging. And I think the baseball coach got his going too. And I think that's what the culture change that happens there, the effect of winning. What winning does, it trickles down and make every coach become competitive so he can reach that bar. And I think Coach Jordan set that bar for us in basketball that made our offseason be rough. And then we came in and we just opened the floodgates here. So now everybody in the fall is competing to match the energy that football brought in.
There you go. There you go. Big time things happening on Clark Atlanta University campus, and especially in the athletic program. But all the fans out there, make sure you get your tickets. Make sure you pack out that little tiny stadium down there in Fairfield, Alabama. I want to see everybody out there in your red and your black. Hey, like I say this all the time, I know you love your fraternity. I know you love your sorority, but I don't care about them. I don't care about your fraternity or your sorority. The only people who get an exception this weekend are the Deltas. You can come down there, you can wear red and black. But we need to see red and black all throughout that Miles Stadium. We need to see it this weekend. We are ready. I'm ready. I don't know if they're ready, but I'm ready, Coach. We're going to find out. You ready?
Go Panthers.
Go Panthers. Well, he's Coach Teddy Keaton. We want to thank our super producer, Mr. Miles Jenkins. All images and video brought to you by Hood Genius Entertainment. My man D. Clark. I am Sylvester Williams. They call me Sly the Sports Guy. And this is the Teddy Keaton Show here on HBCU Game Day. We'll see you next week here at HBCU Game Day.